Even Tyson is in the corner whispering it. What the hell, bitch? Come on.
Yes, this is a black thing. That's another thing that's good. You should do at work, Gord. As soon as you next time you go to work,
Yeah.
whenever your boss says something to you, just turn to him and go, "Is this a black thing?" That threw Jordan. Jordan was like, "No, of course not, idiot. We're both fucking white as shit.
So
Don't be so scared. Just the tip, just to see if we like it.
just want to make sure.
You don't know. Let me see if I
so
can get a
good.
good picture of this pen.
Yeah. Well, while you're doing that, the other really big news, and I think this is actually a pretty almost big deal.
This episode brought to you by
Irregardless. The
Eric Gord. Yes. Sorry.
The U.S. military has actually released data on civilian harm in the war against ISIS.
But they've imposed don't ask, don't tell again.
No, it's the most open and honest and up-to-date report that they have ever released in for anything to do with international conflict.
How sad is that? It's great, but like, come on, guys. Really? It took you until 2020 to not lie?
Mm-hmm. Well, the data obtained by the middle group is called Air Wars, is the name of the group, and it's basically allowed for the accurate locating of 341 incidents of civilian harm and roughly 1,400 civilian deaths between 2014 and 2019. And this is what they've
all
actually
at Olive
acknowledged.
Garden.
Now, here's the impressive thing. When they used to release these things, what they would do is they would release to say there is an incident within a, they'd say within like 100-meter area.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is when you have an area that size, when it comes into individuals, because I didn't even know this, but did you know that if the U.S. fucking like invade your fucking country or your city and shit and they start bombing, do you know that as a civilian of that country, you can actually come back to the U.S. and say, you owe me money for this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And if they will do if it's proved, yeah, it is, then they will pay it out. Well,
Yep.
They've never paid out very many. It's been very minimal simply because
Of course
they've only done it under this huge area. The smallest area they've ever dealt with is like 100 meters. So they can't pinpoint individual family and homes within that area.
Yeah. The fucking tobacco companies still haven't paid. Like, Americans don't pay shit.
Well, now this new one has a lot of these coordinates are come as close as within 1 meter. So this opens up the door to a lot more people coming back for restitution against the U.S., which in turn is going to make the U.S. a more woke fighter in the sense that they're going to be taking into civilian casualties a lot more instead of it just being, it's just an act of war. Fuck them, who cares?
Yeah.
So they're going to be doing that.
So that means they're only going to destroy countries that are very, very poor from now on. So like that cost is low.
Exactly. That's right. To prove that, Air Wars noted that only 6 payments were made to Iraqis in 2019 compared to over 600 payments in Afghanistan.
Yeah, well,
because the people of Afghanistan, in Iraq, they actually have homes and communities and suburbs.
And the U.S. took pictures of themselves bombing them and put those on CNN, and we're proud of them.
That's right. Yeah, this is the thing that the U.S. sees as, look at us, we're amazing. And for the record, America, just so you know, you're the only ones who think that you're amazing for that. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Nobody else is proud of you for any of that.
Nobody else is proud of
So
me.
this has huge repercussions and can really open up um, a lot and hopefully change how the U.S. gets involved internationally when it comes to them just showing up and just bombing the fuck out of places for no reason whatsoever.
I don't think it will. I hopefully, absolutely.
Yeah,
Realistically,
yeah.
no, probably not.
No, no, I don't think it'll make me one. The fact that I'm reading this right now, you will never hear of this again.
No, they're too. That's their thing. They show up, they kick ass, and take names. They're not going to change
America,
that.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's them. They're not going to change that. Number one,
No.
they lose all their credibility if they do.
Yep.
Because people expect that from them. No one wants them to go, America will show up and make a rational decision.
I just want them to show up and fuck shit up.
Yeah. Use your whammy kablammy. Use your fucking Roomba. Oh my god, my buddy at work that I like, his friend designed the Roomba Claymore.
Oh no.
So there's a picture of it, just a Claymore strapped to a Roomba. It's a brilliant idea.
That's so good.
Which only solidifies my original fear. They can learn to clean. They can learn to kill.
Oh, absolutely. It's just a matter of code.
Although I did run by the movie, Laser of Truth movie, and this kid's 22, says could be the greatest movie ever made. Just from hearing the description. So the young kids are gonna like the Eric and Gord Laser of Truth movie. I was almost gonna shelf the whole deal because it's so goddamn difficult to make. But hearing that kind of put a new wind in my sails. So
Yeah, it kind of would, wouldn't it?
I'll get going on it. He said it sounds great, like the PTS drone. No one's thought of that ever, and it's amazing. The young people like the drones.
They just like PTS. That's all.
Well, it's PTSD,
PTSD.
and the D is for drone. And he is, before we, I hear Gord doing the preemptive, so we'll get going here. What was I going to say? Something. Oh, you totally threw me off my game.
Drone.
Movie.
PTS drone.
22-year-old.
Kids. Like it.
I'm lost. I'm done.
It's gone.
I don't know where that idea went, but
This is why scripts come in handy for shows.
Right. I'll edit it in a script later. Dory. Well, this is just a dress rehearsal. It's not like it's live.
Yeah, no, it's the big deal.
What the fuck was I going to say about our movie? It's good. That's not it, but I'm going to play a song as we approach the end of the show. What the fuck was I going to say?
I don't know, but while you're thinking about it, I have one last thing.
He'll vote for us, by the way, in the next election. We have one
Perfect.
vote.
That's one. Well, three, because we'll vote for ourselves.
No, I'm still on the fence.
So, Eric, who'd you vote for? The other guy. We're idiots.
I can't tell you. That's very personal.
There's a new bill put through in a French bill put through in France.
Putting
it was
les
drafted
irregardless.
Irregardless. It was drafted after the aftermath of that the beheading of the teacher last month.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one, because he talked about Muhammad or showed a picture of Muhammad or cracked a joke or just mentioned Muhammad and that was it.
Just stop at Mo.
Talked about Mo.
Don't finish that sentence.
So what
It's
it
like
is
Beetlejuice.
You already said it once, can't do it two more times.
Sorry.
Basically what it is parts of this bill makes it a crime to intimidate public servants on religious grounds. which is one of them. And it also makes it an offense to share the personal information of a person in a way that allows them to be identified or located by people who want to harm them.
That's
Call
a
me
very good
crazy, but isn't
idea.
exactly what the media does?
Oh yeah, that's totally what the media does.
like,
But the media
like,
also likes to report on laws that they kind of create, that are created for them, but they take the heat off themselves by doing that.
maybe I don't know.
That's stupid. That's great. Like, it's not going to work.
No.
Um,
Um.
but well done, media. For that's these things never work.
So yeah. So could be a big deal, but no,
I,
because it just comes off as being racist in the sense this is because of Islam. You're just making this because of
yeah.
radical Islam. Yeah, that's what exactly they literally openly admitted that. Yeah, this is because of radical Islam.
Oh
This
yeah,
is why we're
of
doing
course.
this. You motherfuckers created this.
They're not wrong.
So no, they really aren't. Um, so very interesting. So just a couple of big things of the news that just sort of came up that I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know
So,
what's happening.
congratulations, Amazon. Fuck you, the French, for trying. And I already forgot the other one.
I feel like it's a calm before the storm feeling right now. I really do. Something's a
Oh.
brewing, and it's not going to be pretty.
Well, just so you know, Eric, we actually talked a little bit about this. Uh, there was a movie that was done a long time ago. We talked about the movie about dragons that come back and take over.
Yeah, there'd be rain of fire.
Yes. Well, that took place in 2020.
I know. We talked about this last week.
We talked about that. Well, it's officially hit the media now.
Oh, of course.
And everybody's like, oh, great. Now we got fucking dragons coming at the end of the year.
Yeah, Gord and I talked about this last week, people. You can't just keep listening to my show and reporting the stories 5 days later. Go do your own stories. And Gord thinks dragons are a bad thing. I think it just add an exciting element to your day.
I like that pen, by the way.
It's nice, right? It's got a nice weight to it. It writes very nicely. Yeah, Rain of Fire. It was a great idea, but then who should be in this great idea? Fucking Christian Bale and Matt McConaughey? Like, what the? How did you go so wrong? Put Batman and Blunt Man in a fucking movie together, and they're supposed to fight dragons.
So good.
Why don't you put
so
Guile in it?
Yeah, just do that and just call it a fucking day and be done with it.
That was a Street Fighter reference, in case you guys not old enough to remember Jean-Claude Van Damme being a bankable actor.
It's
Why
just
are we
funny.
going so wrong? Why are we putting 5G internet service on the moon and not focusing on a fucking He-Man movie?
I'm still
How has there never been a
trying to
He-Man movie?
figure out how any person with an IQ higher than, say, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt, higher than, say, 14 can actually sit there and say, oh yeah, we need to have 5G on the moon.
Well, yeah,
Like
because we're going there in 2024, and people want internet service when they get there.
It's just, oh my god.
So we're sending
insane.
Nokia up in 2022.
Yeah.
To make sure it's there. Which is funny. We're sending a crew to the moon to install internet before the first moon landing.
Yeah.
That'll be the second moon landing, dumbasses. The guys who installed the internet obviously landed before the one. Like, do the math.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're not just going to like chuck it out the window of the spaceship when they go by.
Irregardless, do the math. Wow.